It's not all romantic sailing and beautiful anchorages and amazing days of diving. If you want to live on a boat, you have to love this stuff. Finish that, I want to get the water maker done. The low pressure pump for the water maker is making sounds but is not bringing any water in. So one of the things I got from the boat that brought some things over is a new low pressure pump. However, this one is a bit different in size, and different arrangement, so I'm going to have some structural stuff to change and figure out how I'm going to fit this. Like I've said, nothing's ever easy. Okay, I have it all connected. Hopefully all the fittings are tight. I'm opening the water valve. My GoPro kept turning off while I was doing it. I mean, it was pretty simple stuff. So now I have to see if these filters fill up or not. Living on a sailboat, we meet so many people from all over the world, and one thing we run into a lot is how everyone speaks a different language. Learning a language is something I have always struggled with, even in high school, and I've started using the app Babbel, and it has changed the way I'm learning languages. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world. Babbel lessons are designed by real teachers using real conversations, which has been scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language within only 3 weeks. I'm not just typing words and saying phrases, but I'm learning how to put all of these words into full sentences, which I absolutely love, because not only am I learning a language, I'm going to get the opportunity to apply this language as I start leaving the Bahamas and venture to new countries. I need to know how to speak a few other languages, at least the basics, and this app is helping me accomplish that. One of the best things about Babbel is they have so many options. You can design what you want to learn. They have things for beginners, daily life, vocab boost, travel essentials, sightseeing, culture, business, grammar, and extra practice. For example, some of my things are going to be travel and business, and so as I'm using Babbel, those are going to be some of the things I focus on most. Buenos dias. Now that spring is here and summer is approaching, it is the perfect time to learn a new language. You can get 60% off your Babbel subscription in the link below. And another amazing thing about Babbel is they offer a 20-day money-back guarantee. If you'd like to learn a new language, the link is in the description for 60% off. So this morning I'm working on the water maker because I am just about out of water. I started taking apart from before the pump. I think the old pump was bad because I would pour water directly down there and it still wouldn't go through the pump. But now I took apart the ball valve area and the handle does not move the ball valve anymore. So I am troubleshooting this, and once I figure it out, I will let you know. First, I just had to completely bypass the ball valve, take it out because it was done. I'm really struggling to get this on because it has to turn in a tight space. I turned off the camera because I was just testing it. Well, the camera died and I just didn't turn it back on because I was testing it, but today's so entertaining. First, I just had to completely bypass the ball valve, take it out because it was done. And the engine's on to charge the battery so I can run the water maker because they're so low right now still. But I don't think this pump has worked for the fridge for a while, so I'm not really losing anything by just not using that. I'll get my three-way sorted soon so I can use them all. So that, the low pressure system is all good. I had to take apart this whole thing, so now it's not looking the best. It's not really sitting the best, so I'm gonna have to rig that up. And everything's a little loose. Got this part on, that's why I had to take apart that. Got this part on, it was spraying water, so then I tightened this, but now this has a pinhole. So, back to Lauren and plumbing, about to do this. So we're gonna stop here and I'm gonna explain what I'm about to do next. So the water maker is fixed and running. I bypassed that ball valve, I fixed the little leak, and that's making water. But back when I was in Florida at the dock, I was taking a hot shower and I turned it all off and the water pump was still going. I turned the water pump off and then I heard some dripping sounds, and come to find out, I had water coming out of my coolant reservoir in my engine because the hot water tank heat exchanger that I have on this boat had stopped working and created a mess. I just got this hot water tank last week and I'm going to start installing that now. So it's a pretty simple, I'm taking the old one out, putting the new one in. Well, I thought it was going to be simple, but there's no new wiring that has to be done, no new plumbing that has to be done. It's just taking old fittings off and putting the new tank in. So I got the hot water tank off. I had to cut the hose here. It wouldn't come off. Neither of these want to budge, but I'm hitting this one with a hammer and it's working so far. This one we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I cut myself with a screwdriver trying to like wedge the hose off. So third cut on this finger. Yeah. I really want a hot shower tonight. I got the water maker working and the engine is running. Well, not right now, but engine can charge the lithium and I need to charge the lithium, so I want to get this hot water tank in by like 5 o'clock so I can run the engine for an hour and have a hot shower tonight. Okay, I have to hop on here real quick. I'm a little late to a neighbor dinner, but hot water tank is not finished. Fittings would not come off the old one, so I got two that will probably work. The wiring was a little more difficult just because the wires are a little thicker and stronger, so it's hard to get them in the connectors. I wasn't able to get this fitting for in between those either, so I've been trying to find one without luck. This one should work, but I need to get it out. Today was a day. Between the water maker and that, I just had a shower in the canal because I turned the water pressure on and it filled up the hot water tank, I'm assuming, which is 12 gallons, so I ran out of water, so I turned the engine on to run the water maker and then still had a shower in the canal, barely got any water, but I filled up my water bottle and my kettle while it was running. That way I have stuff for the morning. But it was a day, and all I have to say is if you want to live on a boat, you have to love this stuff. I have a lot of you that reach out and say I've inspired you and you're looking at a boat, and I love that so much. And one thing I want to show with what I do is that it's not all romantic sailing and beautiful anchorages and amazing days of diving. I don't know if I really captured the dramatic stuff and everything today, but I'm exhausted right now. I'm looking very much to a glass of wine. But I mean, timing wise, I'm so lucky that I got the DC-DC charger in and that I fixed the water maker 30 minutes before. But I did know that I had to fix the water maker before I did the water tank. So, yeah, my point is, if you are considering buying a boat and doing this, make sure that you don't mind days like this and you enjoy it. At the end of the day, I wouldn't have wanted to do anything else other than what I was doing. And if I didn't have my own boat, I probably would have been working on someone else's boat doing something very similar. So, yeah, that's my rant of the night. Continued tomorrow.
I grab it by the horns and I don't let it go. Do the impossible, 'cause this is what I'm made for. Unbreakable, unstoppable, I'm pushed to the edge and take it all. I wanna be untamable, go right to the edge and never fall. To burn the fire, I'm taking it higher, unshakable, unstoppable, I'm pushed to the edge and take it all.
Everything is done. Well, hopefully. I can't really test the electrical side since it's AC and I don't have AC power for the hot water tank, but I'm going to slowly open the valves on the engine. So yesterday when I was pretty much finished with the hot water tank, I was running the engine and I realized that I felt the hoses going into the tank and there's nothing. So I found that when they came to look at my engine, they connected from here to here versus they reconnected my lines, so engine went to engine and tank went to tank. But I do have valves, so it wasn't necessary. But so now I need to redo the hoses and take the hose going from the engine to the hot water tank and the hot water tank to the engine. So that's what I'm about to do. The hot water tank did start working, and it took actually a few weeks for some kinks to get out and for it to fully start functioning again. But I also got to test it at a dock and it was making hot water. So all the electrical stuff was good, all the plumbing stuff is good, and the hot water tank is completely fixed. And I'm so excited about it. Not that I get to use hot water much because I'm usually showering off the back of the boat. But when I'm at the dock, it is a nice thing, or when the engine's running on a cold day. So thanks for watching. This project was a lot harder than I thought it would be, and honestly that day was one of the most stressful days I've had on the boat, between being out of water, trying to fix the water maker, not knowing if I was going to be able to fix it, not knowing if I was going to be able to get parts off of the old hot water tank. Thankfully, some of the neighbors I met at some dinners helped me a bit with that. They pulled up and saw us struggling and helped me use some extra hands to get some of the fittings off. So I'm super grateful for everyone that's always lending a hand or messaging me with advice. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for watching, and we are nearing the end of all these project videos, which I'm super excited about. Next few weeks we'll start picking off some sailing content, and as always, thank you so much to my patrons. You guys are helping this dream stay alive. And on Patreon you can also get some behind the scenes content and real-time updates. There's been a few big updates on there, just gonna throw that out. But see you guys next week, and thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting. All of this helps so much, and I appreciate all.